I'm Tommy from TechNexus, and thanks for joining me for today's video on FormIt. Now, yesterday, if you're following me, we went through and placed the base slab, the mezzanine level, the ceiling or the roof, and then each of the walls, and I've got the southern wall there, so I'll turn that on and off. Now, what I want to do today is go through and we're just going to have a play with this southern wall here. So I want to stick sort of some windows in here and then maybe sort of allocate an area for a door, but I'll see how we go for time. And the idea is I want to place these big sort of windows in here that sort of let a lot of natural light in. Probably not too much for privacy, but I guess that's not the point of this exercise anyway. But what I wanted to do is make a start and sort of sketch just sort of where these are going to be. So I'm just going to draw some construction lines, and it will be sort of center to center, and then same thing if we come up along the left hand side here. Hopefully the snap is going to work for me. And then center, so we come across and center as well. So now what I want to do is draw some more, and I know that I want to sort of come out, I want to have sort of 300 mil of sort of window frame in here. And then that way we can sort of start blocking out elements in here. So I'm going to come out here 0.15 and then come down to the bottom here. Oop, a bit too far. Okay, and then do the same. So again, this might not be the correct way, but this is the easiest way that I can think of to do this. So you're not sort of having to mess about too much with models and whatnot. We can just draw these construction lines like we would in sort of maybe vanilla AutoCAD, and then eventually just sort of come through and push out these window panes. So I want to do the same thing with the horizontals. So I want to come up 0.15 and then go across to here. And then let's go down 0.3 and then come back across. Okay, and then so from here as well, I want to do the same. And then I want to come up. Actually, no, let's make it nothing because it's going to be nice and flat on the floor there. And then that's going to have the roof, and then that's going to be the edge of the bricks. So from here, so let's go through. And then just do a push-pull on this. Okay, and then that should cover it. So I don't know why. I'll be typing 0.3. There we go. So I think that's more what I wanted. So let's go back a couple of steps. Let's do this, make it a bit more neater. So then I'll type in the value 0.3. There we go. That's what I wanted. 0.3, 0.3, and then do the same 0.3. So that's the beginnings of that wall that we want there. So I'll just see if these will turn back on. Okay, so now I want to put some windows in here, and if we take some measurements, so use the measure command, and I want to measure from there to there, so we've got 4.55, and do the same for the top here, 4.7. Okay, so now I want to draw the glass. So I'm going to start out here somewhere, and then let's come out here and go, let's make it 200 mil thick, and then we know that we need to go 4.55. Okay, and then from that, zoom out, and then I want to extend that 4.7, and that's our glass. Now, at the moment, it's obviously not sort of see-through, it's not made of glass. So what we're going to go through and look for is the materials. And I want to add from the library, and let's look for glazing and then just do light blue. That looks about right. Okay, and then what we can do is double click that and make it light blue, and then there you can see sort of through that now. Now what I want to do is double click it, pick up the corner, and then move it to the corner of that pane there, and there you have it. Okay, and we can do the same. We can copy that, right click, paste, do the same, right click. Oh, so we've got two windows in there now, and we right click, paste, oops, wrong one, right click, right click and copy, and then right click and paste, and then do the same for here. Okay, and then what we might do here is maybe put in some doors later as a family, and then sort of draw up some more window frames, but for now I'm just going to leave that as is. And you can see there that now, like, I can see through that glass, and we don't have any other materials on here yet, but I think we might do that more towards the end. But I just wanted to show you about placing glass in here and then seeing that we can actually sort of see through it. And then if we go back to the layers, so where are we? Layers. Okay, and then again we can put that on the east wall. Okay, and then just go through and make sure that all of those are back in there, and we can probably delete these construction lines as well. If we delete these construction lines, it'll make our model just look that little bit nicer. Delete that, and there we go. Okay, I'm not going to fiddle around with those. I'll do those later once we get out of this. Okay, so now the other thing I want to do is maybe throw in a set of stairs. So what we can do with this is similar to the sketch we did before with the window pane. We can do the same with the stairs, but I know that I want to go maybe, let's go sort of 3 meters. Mouse stops moving, so 3 meters in that direction, and I want to go 5 meters in that direction. Okay, so this is going to be the basis for the triangle of our stairs. Now, this is the top point here, so I know I want to come down. Let's just make it equal, so if it's 500, let's just make it a big step. So 0.5, and then we come out 0.3, and then I want to come out a meter, and then do the same thing, 0.3, and then come across. And then from that, it's going to be 0.15 deep. Okay, so what we can do is, again, similar to what we did before, is just go through and keep, so if I say 0.5, 0.3, 1, 0.3, then come back and do the same, so extrude that, 0.15. Okay, that's the beginning of my stairs, and obviously it's quite steep, so if you're going to be taking steps up there, you're going to be taking large steps, but this is what I want to do to start with this point here. So I'm just going to select all of these, and actually let me select all of that corner, and then I'm going to pick move. Let's pick all of it. and then I can move all of this up to the edge of my stair there. Oh, it's a bit hard to see through that window, so let me just zoom out a bit. Okay, so there you go. There's the beginning of that staircase. So you can adjust obviously the width if you want to put a handrail, but my intention would be to sort of have these sitting like they're sort of floating. So that's what I'll end up doing with this eventually, and then you know, we can have the stairs, and you can see that it's all going to tie in nicely here. So we've still got a bit of room to get up the stairs. And then eventually we're going to put in a bed and a few walls and that sort of stuff as well. And I might, in the meantime, before tomorrow or maybe before Friday, is download some Revit kitchen families in here, and then we can place a kitchen down the bottom here, and we can place a bathroom and a bed upstairs, and then that will sort of tidy off our building here. And then I think for Friday we should be right to start doing some materials on these, and then eventually it will look sort of like a real house, I guess, eventually. So hopefully if it's been informative for you, have a go at that, and join me tomorrow for the next phase of this, where we might have a play around with some families, like I said, and then sort of that'll get us ready for tomorrow. So what I'll do, I'll finish off these stairs, I'll tidy up the model, and I will join you tomorrow for some more modeling inside FormIt. So as usual, thanks for watching. Thumbs up if you liked the video, thumbs down if you didn't, but please do subscribe to the channel and click on the bell icon to get daily notifications of all my videos, and I'll see you tomorrow.